What's up, YouTube? Your boy Ken Dog. Welcome back to the next YouTube video. Today we're doing week number 4 picks video with with me only. My co-host is gone for the week, but he did send me the picks for him for this week. But yeah, let's do it. But yeah, let's look at last week's record. I won 10-6. It was one of the upset weeks. There was pretty much a lot of upsets last week. I got the Packer game wrong. I got the Bengals game wrong. Texans game wrong. Falcons game wrong. Cowboys game wrong, and the Ravens game. But yeah, not too shabby. I am 35-13 overall. That's not too bad at all. But yeah, let's do it. Now, Thursday Night Football, we have the Seattle Seahawks heading to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Seattle looked pretty darn good versus New Orleans. And Cardinals lost their first game versus San Francisco. My friend Max has picked the Cardinals. Wow. I don't know. I'm going to pick Seattle. Ooh, an upset already. Because I feel like Seattle is the better team out of this matchup. I really love what they did versus New Orleans. But yeah, let's do it. Now we have a 9:30 game. We have the Minnesota Vikings heading to Pittsburgh, play the Steelers, but it's in Dublin instead of London. That's exciting. I love when they play in Dublin or overseas. But I'm gonna pick the Vikings because the Vikings played phenomenal against the Bengals. And Steelers, they're okay. They're not a bad team. But yeah, now, and he also picked the Vikings. We're 1-1 so far this week. Now we have the Washington Commanders heading to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Falcons played horrible last week. After winning Sunday Night Football against the Vikings, they got shut out by the Panthers the following week. That is surprising. Sorry about that. We also had the Commanders winning last week. I'm going with the Commanders because the Commanders are a pretty good team overall. But yeah, now we have the New Orleans Saints heading to Buffalo, play the Buffalo Bills. This should be an easy win for Buffalo Bills because New Orleans don't look good at all. And Saints, they're okay. Now we have the Cleveland Browns heading to Detroit, play the Lions. The Detroit Lions beat the Ravens on Monday, and the Browns beat the Packers this past week. Browns are on a little roll after beating the Packers. But I think the Lions are the better team out of this. And I picked the Lions to win. Now we have the Carolina Panthers heading to Foxborough, play the Patriots, New England Patriots. The Patriots are not looking that bad. They're actually a pretty good team. Panthers got the first one last week. But I'm saying that, I'm going to pick Carolina to win. Not Carolina. New England because what's his name? What's the quarterback's name? I'm sorry, I'm just bad at names. Drake May. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Drake May is looking pretty darn good, and I think they're going to win as well. Now we have the Los Angeles Chargers heading to New York, play the Giants. The Giants are now benching Russell Wilson for Jackson Dart. That's going to be interesting to see. And the Chargers are playing phenomenal football. One of the best football in the NFL. And I feel like they're going to keep winning and beat the Chargers. He also picked the Chargers this week. Now we have the Philadelphia Eagles heading to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are looking pretty good. They're 3-0. They're playing phenomenal football. One of the best football in the NFL, I feel like. And Eagles, they looked alright versus the Rams, but the Rams almost beat the Eagles last week. You know what? I'm going with my best friend here. He picked the Bucks. I'm also picking the Bucks. I feel like the Buccaneers have a good chance to win. This should be a great game, no matter what. It should be exciting. I'm excited to watch some football. Now we have the last 1 o'clock game. We have the Tennessee Titans heading to Houston, play the Texans. The Texans are not looking good at all. And also same as the Titans. Battle of two not so good teams. I'm picking the Texans in this game because, you know what? I have a feeling the Texans are a better team than the Titans, no matter what. It should be a great game. This should be not really good game at all, overall. But yeah, now we have the Indianapolis Colts, the Indiana Joneses, heading to the Los Angeles, play the Rams. Ooh, this should be a great game. Indiana Jones. Is this gonna be the last game? But the Rams are looking really good. They almost beat the Eagles last week. You know what? I think the Indiana Joneses are gonna end this week. Sorry, Daniel. Now we have the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to San Francisco, play the 49ers. 49ers are looking really good. Really good. I'm very excited to see what San Francisco... Even though they have so many injuries on their team, they just lost Nick Bosa for the year. That is going to be a kind of letdown, but I think they can do it. And I have 49ers win this week. This should be a great game. Now we have America's game of the week. We have the Baltimore. He also picked the 49ers to win. Now we have the Baltimore Ravens heading to Kansas City, play the Chiefs. Chiefs got their first win on Monday Night Football last week. On Sunday Night Football last week. And the Ravens lost the Lions with a... That was fun. That was a great game. That was a fun game to watch on TV. I had fun watching that game this past week. But I think, you know what? I don't have any trust in Kansas City. At all. I have a feeling the Ravens are going to win. He also picked the Ravens. Now we have the Chicago Bears heading to Las Vegas, play the Raiders. The Raiders are not bad, but also Chicago is pretty good. Chicago played a really good game versus Dallas last week. I think the Chicago Bears are going to beat the Raiders, but this can go either way. We don't know what's going to happen. He also picked the Bears. Now we're going to Sunday Night Football, where we have the Green Bay Packers heading to Dallas, play the Cowboys. The Cowboys are not a bad. Cowboys are playing horrible football. The only one was versus the Giants last week, and that was 2 weeks ago, and that was a close game. And also, I'm pretty sure CeeDee Lamb's gonna be gone this week, and that should not be. That should be a. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I think also the Packers are so mad about losing to the Browns. And I think the Packers are going to go out and kill the Cowboys. This should not be a close game at all. Let's go to Sunday night. Let's go to Monday Night Football, where we have the New York Jets heading down to Miami, play the Dolphins. The Dolphins are 0-3. The Jets are 0-3. This should be a great game to watch on Monday night. I don't know. Who was the better team last week? Justin Fields versus Tua. I don't know. I'm picking the Dolphins. I'm more closer to picking the Dolphins because I think the Dolphins. It is at home. It's also Monday night. They're also on a rest. I'm picking the Dolphins, but he picked the Jets this week. That should be interesting. Now we have Cincinnati Bengals heading to Mile High City playing the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are not looking good. Both these teams did not look good this past week. Jake Browning did not look good as a quarterback. And Denver Broncos did not look good at all either. But one team has to win. I think the Denver Broncos should beat the Bengals this week. Let's go over each pick. Seattle over Cardinals. Vikings over Steelers. Commanders over Falcons. Bills over Saints. Lions over Browns. Patriots over Panthers. Chargers over Giants. Buccaneers over Eagles. Texans over Titans. Rams over Colts. 49ers over Jaguars. Ravens over Chiefs. Bears over Raiders. Packers over Cowboys. Dolphins over Jets. And Broncos over Bengals. I think I'm going to put 44. But yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry my co-host was not here this week. He was at the Tigers versus Guardians game. But yeah. This should be a great week of football. I'm very excited to watch some football this week. And hope the Packers win. Go Packers, go Lakers, go Tigers, go Ravens, go Pistons. Come on, Tigers. They lost today, but they're not out of it yet. But I don't know. They're not even good. They're not playing good baseball. They're playing horrible baseball. They haven't had one in 2 weeks, pretty much. And they don't deserve making the playoffs. But yeah. Be yourself, don't be others. Love you guys. Later. Peace.